opening. So feet hip width apart, toes straight ahead. Sitting bones down, hips nice and open. Bring those bottom ribs toward your spine and up, get the core active. And relax your arms down. So remember, always stretching up through the crown and breathing. So letting your belly move as the lungs expand fully. And exhaling completely, letting that belly sink back in. So no constrictions in the belly, just gentle movement. And then we'll inhale, arms to shoulder level. Exhale, hands to your heart. Stretch way out to the front, keeping your shoulders down. And then hands behind you and clasp your fingers. Lift your heart and pivot at your hips. Come on, exhaling over and into your forward bend. So knees a little bent if you'd like, or straighten them and lift your hips a little bit more. Tuck in your chin, kind of move your head around. Get everything beginning to move. And then chin in and wind your way up. And lift your heart, stretch back, shoulders down. And just allow your body to lengthen into that upper body back. And on an inhalation, come back upright, release your arms. Just take a moment feeling that inner focus on the circulation and energy. And again, inhale, reach out. Exhale to your heart. Stretch forward, keep the shoulders still down. And again, clasp behind you with your fingers the opposite interlace. And heart high, stretch back and pivot. Exhaling into your forward bend. Hands coming up toward the ceiling as high as they'll go for those shoulders. Take a couple breaths there, just relax. And then chin in, winding your way up. And lift your heart. Stretch back and just open as much into that upper body back bend as your body is willing. And on an inhalation, again, come up, release your arms. Take a moment, feeling how your body is working. And then arms out, palms toward the ceiling, over your shoulders. Pass your hands, clasp them. Bring your arms back by your ears. And again, shoulders, shoulder blades down, crown high. Reach it out and lean to the side, no twisting. Getting that rib area opening as you push your foot, you're leaning away from a little bit further down and reach your hands and head out. Take a breath there, relaxing. And then inhale back to the center, switch your hands around and get ready for the other side. Sitting bones down, stretch and open and exhale. And again, maximize how much or little you need in that side stretch on this side. Push the foot down for a little bit more and out through the hands and head if you like. And then inhaling, come back upright, exhale, and release. Take a moment, feeling that side area a little bit more open. And then arms out, palms toward the ceiling, over your shoulders. Exhale, clasp those elbows. And again, sitting bones down, stretch your spine for our twist, and exhale to either side. Knees a little bent, weight on both feet. Stretch it up as you breathe in, and pivot over as you exhale. So deepen into your forward bend in the twist, only as much as you need to split. Take a moment and relax. And when you're ready, on an inhalation, work your way up, staying in your twist. And look toward the ceiling, shoulders down, elbows back, and into that upper body while you're in a slight back bend, not too much in the lower. And then inhale back up, exhale around to the front, and switch your arms to the other place. And again, lengthen up, exhale, and turn. And one more time, breathe in and lengthen. Pivot in your twist, exhaling into your forward bend. And again, deepen as much or as little as feels right on this side. See if you can keep the weight on both feet evenly and keep relaxing. And again, a few breaths here as you just deepen. And when you're ready, slowly work your way up. Stay in your twist, look toward the ceiling, pull those shoulder blades back down, elbows out, and chest high. Remember, gentle on your back while you're twisting. Take a breath, just relax. And then inhale upright, exhale back to the center. Bring your arms up and out, shoulder level, pivot. Into that forward bend, just parallel to the floor. Stretch those arms and head out, sitting bones back. And then just drop into ragdoll, let everything hang. Stay there or pull in deeper with your hands behind your legs. And when you're ready to release, arms hang to the front as you slowly work your way back and into mountain. So as you get back to mountain pose, just take a moment feeling your spine. It's a little more energized and ready for some work today. Kind of focus on your core and relax through the shoulders. So bring your arms up, fingertips together, and elbows at shoulder level. We'll just open the heart a little bit. So pull your elbows back, keeping them as much at shoulder level as you can. And then bring the fingertips together. And then open the arms all the way out and bring them toward the back as far as they want to go. And back to the center and bend. So again, a little ways with the elbows bent. And all the way with the elbows straight. So inhale, elbows back. Inhale, arms back. And just a couple times more, getting that whole upper body a little bit more open and worked out. And then as you get back to the center, release back into mountain pose. Just take a moment, feeling across that shoulder area and relax. And then palms on your lower back. Feel the palm about shoulder blade level, fingertips down toward your hips. Move the elbows toward each other behind you and lift your heart looking toward the ceiling. So support on your lower back as you bring that upper body into a little bit more back. So pretty much the hips stay right above the ankles and the chest moves up and back as you stretch your head back toward whatever's behind you as well. Keep the weight on both feet evenly through the front of the toes and the back of the heels. And then tuck your chin toward your chest. Inhale, standing up. And again, release those arms. And once more, just feel what's going on across your chest. Turn the feet just a little bit out. Bend your knees towards your toes, remember, not beyond. Hands above your knees. We're going to bring the opposite shoulder across toward the opposite knee. So one shoulder coming across your body and down toward the knee. And then back toward the center. And bring the other shoulder across toward the opposite knee. So see if you can keep the knees about in the starting position as you make that motion. And then back to the center. And we'll do it one more time. Shoulder across and down. And inhaling back to the center. Shoulder across and down on the other side. And back to the center. And then round your chin in and round your spine. Roll all the way up. Down, shoulders back and down. And feet back into mountain pose. So just take a moment, feeling a little bit more circulation up there through that whole upper body. Take a moment and breathe. Hands to your heart. And looking at your fingertips, inhale and bring them toward the ceiling. Keep stretching up through the whole sides of your body, up through the fingertips, and looking toward your thumbs. A little more back bend if you want, with that chest coming high, thumbs further back as you look at it. And then following your thumbs, exhaling, pivot. Hands first to your heart, and then pivoting at your hips, dropping hands down into ragdoll. Lift your hips, relax your head, slide your hands up under your knees on your shins, and flatten your back. So halfway up, stretching, lengthening through your spine. Take a moment and breathe, kind of lift those ribs up, and stretch the sitting bones and head away from each other. And then exhaling, coming back down. Bend your knees a little bit. Bring your arms up to the sides. Straighten your back. Straighten your knees. Stretch those arms out right at shoulder level and pivot at the hips coming up. And then reach overhead and exhale, hands to your heart and back to your sides. Again, feel a little bit more through that upper body. And then just gently swinging, so keep the spine long. This is a little twist. So just follow your hands to each side and just let that spine get a little range of motion going. So keep looking towards your hands as you just move them from one side and then back to the other. So a little bend to the knees, a little bit of checking that your weight stays on both feet. And then back to the center and mountain pose. Take a moment, get your positioning, spread your toes, no gripping, and then bring your arm in close to your ear, around and back, and then the other one. So each arm goes separately, like the backstroke in swimming, bringing the arm as close to your ear, and just notice your whole body kind of rotates as you go through that motion. It's not just your shoulder working, it's the whole spine. So let that happen. And then bring both arms up. Stretch one side high and come up on the opposite toes. So the side you stretch, the foot stays flat. And you get that stretch all on the side of your body. And then exhale that one down and stretch up on the other side. Again, opposite toe, heel lifting. Exhale it down. Inhale, stretch up onto the toes with that opposite foot. Exhale down. Inhale, stretch. And then both feet down, both arms up, stretch. Keep the back flat. Pivot forward with your arms still by your ears, stretch it long, and then drop ragdoll. And just take a moment and breathe. Bend your knees and slowly wind your way back into mountain pose. So as you get back up, just take a moment, feeling your spine, and then clasp your elbows behind you. Bend your knees. And big circles with your hips, getting that lower back getting a little bit more. So just allow your body to go through that whole circle a few times, keeping the knees slightly bent. And then stop and go the opposite direction. So try to balance the body evenly on both sides as you go through that circle. Seeing if your circles are about the same size, whichever way you go. So breathing, just relaxing, sinking into your feet. And then releasing back into mountain pose. Just kind of feel all the circulation. And again, lengthen up through your spine. So bend your knees a little. And bring your hands down toward above your knees on your thighs. Again, position, don't support, little pelvic tilt. So push your sitting bones back and your chest forward. And then sitting bones down and forward, ribs back, tucking your chin, forward bending. And a little standing cat. So sitting bones back, chest forward, and then exhaling, rounding into the forward bend. And just as deep or not as your body wants, see if you can feel the whole spine moving through that range of motion. And then the next time you're forward, just pause there and straighten your back. Take a spot about 5 feet in front of you on the floor, or it can be at eye level. And then come up onto the base of your toes, lifting your heels. So you're in a little balance. And now roll back onto your heels and lift your toes. And then up again on your toes, lifting the heels. And back on your heels, lifting the toes. And then toes down and standing back up. Shoulders up, back, and down. And again, mountain pose, just take a moment, feeling all that circulation as you lengthen and stretch. Arms out, shoulder level, palms up, and some circles. So big circles as we start. Keep reaching up through your head and out through your fingertips. And then make your circles small. And then stop. Sorry, my voice is going. Turn your palms down and circle back. So big circles to start. And then again, make the circles small. And then stop. Push back to both fingers up through your crown. And then keep the hips where they are. Push to one side. A little rib opening there. And then back to the center and to the other side. And again, back toward the center. Stretch it out. Palms toward the ceiling. Bring your hands up and down to your heart and into mountain pose. So just take a moment feeling all that circulation through that upper body. And relax. So take your hands in front of you and pass them and clasp them just like we do when it's overhead. We're going to pull the hands in toward you and then straighten your arms out as much as you can going out, still clasped. And then undo it, straighten it out, and reverse the clasp. And again, hands come toward you, elbows bending out, and straighten as much as you can. It may not straighten all the way, depends on your arms, shoulders, elbows, and things. And then back in and around and release. And again, just take a moment there as you breathe. And then arms out, palms up. Look overhead and bring your palms together. Swan dive forward, arms reaching out, chin and chest leading, and down into ragdoll. Slide those hands up on your shins. Again, straighten it, stretch in the flat back position. And then bending your knees, come all the way down. And our favorite child's pose. So hips back on your heels, forehead toward the floor, arms relaxing, shoulders stretching. And just take a moment there, getting connected to the earth beneath you. And breathe. And then arms out in front and come up on your hands and knees. So table position, remember you can put padding under your knees if you need it. You can put padding under the heels of the palms, or if you need to, just put the ring part of your finger down instead of your palms if your wrists are an issue today. So bottom ribs up, support that lower back. And chest a little bit down toward your thumbs, shoulder blades toward your waist, getting your back as flat as it'll go in your table position. So again, we're just going to do a little cat. So bring those ribs down, lift your sitting bones, face forward, crown up, chest opening, coming into a back bend. And then sitting bones tuck under, lift the ribs, lift the shoulder blades, and tuck your chin in, top of the head down toward the floor, forward bend. And then one more time, same thing. You start at the sitting bones, rotating through those bones of your spine into the back. And then again, start at the back and roll your way into the forward bend. Lift the ribs, stretch it up, and then back to the center. So as you come back into the center, just find your position. Check your spine as straight as it can be. Look over one shoulder towards your feet. And then exhale back to the center. We'll look toward the other foot. And hip and shoulder close on that opposite side. And then again, back to the center and just feel the sides. And then we're going to bring the elbows down where your hands were. So slide the hands forward. And then you can slide the hands further forward and bring your chest and chin down into puppy position. So this is the happy puppy position. So as your chest and chin come toward the floor, those hips stay right above your knees. And your happy puppy tail can wag from one side to the other or make little circles if it wants. So get your puppy as playful as you would like it through that hip area. Just let those shoulders stretch down, down, down toward the foot. And then tuck your chin back in, stop your hips if they're moving, and slide your hands back and into table position. And then hips back toward your heels, hands next to your feet, and relax shoulders down into child's pose. So just deepen as much into that as you can. And then inhale and bring those arms out in front and pivot up onto hands and knees, table position again. So wrists, elbows, shoulders line up, knees and hips, feet straight back. And again, just take a moment there, feeling your body, letting that chest come a little bit down toward your thumbs. Lift the ribs, get that support through your whole spine, and we'll do a little balance practice. So bring your right foot out, up to hip level, stretch it out, keep that rolling in motion at your thighs so the knee stays down toward the floor. You can flex your foot if you want, toes down as well. And then bring your opposite hand, so left hand for me, out next to your ear, and just stretch long through those extended limbs and stretch through the whole spine. And then bring the hand back down and the knee back down as well, back to table position. Feel your body, and of course, get it ready for our opposite side. So the left foot comes back and up to hip level, again rolling it in a little bit so the knee is down, and again you can flex the toes down if you want. And bring the right arm up next to your ear, stretch the base of the toes out and the fingers out. And get long through your whole body, through your whole spine. And then the hand comes down and the knee back into place. And again, just sink back, circle your wrists, one way and the other way. And plant your hands again. And one more time, pivoting up into your table position. So this one's going to be just a little bit more. We're going to bring the right knee up and tuck your forehead down toward the knee. And then extend that leg out behind you, hip level. And then bring the opposite hand out in front, shoulder level. Bend your knee, foot up toward the ceiling. Turn your palm up, and then lift a little bit more into that back bend, as much or as little as your body wants. And then straightening everything out, palm back toward the floor and down to it, and knee again under your hip. Take a moment and feel how that body is working, and we'll do the other side. So bring the left knee up and forehead toward the knee, just rounding as much as you like. And then stretch the leg back, bring it to hip level, and the right arm goes forward. Keep rolling in with the thigh as you bend the knee with the foot up toward the ceiling, palm toward the ceiling as well, and lift it a little more into a little bit of a back bend. Remember, gentle as much as you need to. It doesn't have to be extreme. And then straighten things out, palm back toward the floor, hand to the mat, and knee back down. And again, sink back, circle your wrists once or twice, and relax in child's pose. Now we're going to bring the arms straight in front of your shoulders. And you can separate your knees a little bit and sink your hips back a little bit further. And then see if you can bring your forehead down toward the floor. So this one's called wisdom pose. So just breathe into it, stretching. Keep the shoulder blades still going toward your waist, even as you're extending those arms forward. And then inhaling, sit up on your heels. We're going to clasp the hands behind, press the knuckles toward the floor and open across your chest. Lengthen up, kind of pull your hands down toward the floor and your head back a little bit more into that back bend. And then pivot at your hips as you exhale. Bring the hands up toward the ceiling and your head down toward the floor. So only as much or as little as you like. And then again, chin in, inhaling, sitting back on your heels, and release your hands. Take a moment, feel your spine. And we're going to clasp the hands the opposite way and do the same thing. So other thumb on the outside. And again, open across the chest, press the hands down toward your feet, and look overhead, pushing your head back and your chest part forward. Take a moment and breathe. And when you're ready to exhale, go ahead and pivot and come into that forward bend as far as you go. Forehead down, hands coming up. Yogini. Take a moment and breathe. And then again, rotate your face to the front and bring your hands back down as you sit back on your heels, opening across the heart, and then release your arms and take a moment here. So if your ankles are too much, you can tuck your toes under, or you can just stay back with your hips toward your heels. We're going to do just a kneeling twist. So start with everything lined up. So heels are about sitting bones level behind you, knees straight in front. And we're going to take one hand to the opposite knee, the other arm out in front. And then follow that hand around behind you. So a little upper body back bend as you bring that hand down toward the floor and look up. So keep the chest lifting. Don't get too much into the lower back while you're twisting and going into this slight back bend. So don't overdo it, just as much as your body wants. And then tuck your chin back in, lift your arm, and follow the hand back to the center, releasing the hand. Take a moment, feeling all that twist energy, aligning and balancing things. And again, if you need to release those ankles before we go to the opposite side, you can do that. And then the right hand to the left knee, or whatever is the opposite of what you just did. Arm out at shoulder level, and follow it around to the other side. And again, lift your heart and look up as you come into that upper body for the back bend and to the floor, maybe toward your feet. And again, keep that chest really high as you turn your whole body into the twist and raise your chest, maybe a little bit more. And then tuck in your chin, bring your hand back up and follow it around to the center. Release the hands to your lap, and then slide off, bring the legs out in front, and roll onto your back. So just take a moment coming into that reclined integration. Just kind of move your hips around, sink that lower back onto the mat. Hands, palms up, away from your side. Shoulders and shoulder blades down as well. Just take a moment there, feeling your body, breathing deep, exhaling tension, and letting your body relax. So one last thing before we do our final relaxation. So roll your thighs toward each other a little bit, press down through that lower back, and then draw your right knee up toward your heart. And if you want, you can clasp around the knee and pull it a little further toward you. And then circle your ankle, and then circle it the other way. Flex and point, and release that leg. Arms back at your side, palms up. Take a moment to feel how different that leg is now. So yeah, we have to balance the body. Sitting bones toward the heels, draw that left leg in, and pull it toward your heart. And again, pull it in as much or as little as you want, and then work your ankle around in circles, both directions. Don't forget this leg that's extended out straight, still kind of rolling in at the thigh, keeping the knee and toes up toward the ceiling, either flexed or pointed. And flex and point on that leg that's pulled in, and then exhale and release it. Take a moment to realign into your corpse position for our final relaxation. So hands, palms up, breathing deep, exhaling, just letting your body release any tightness anywhere that's left. Each breath, just draw in to any tight places, and as you exhale, let it soften and sink. Your body growing heavier, sinking deeper into that earthen. Just closing your eyes, focusing inward, following any tension in your body with your breath, and letting it go. And as your body softens and grows heavier, just let it sink deeper into the earth, fully supported. No need to think of your body, just let it go. And as your body relaxes, just allow your mind to drift as well. Allowing the thoughts coming in to just flow right back out without attention. No need to remember the past, no need to anticipate the future. Just let the breath guide you to release each thought, exhaling it beyond the horizon, out of sight, out of mind. And as your body releases deeper into the earth, and your thoughts flow more easily, floating away, just allow your awareness to focus inward. Find the peace within. Fill your body with peace. Fill your mind with peace. And just be peace. And when you're ready to begin breathing more deeply, just Draw the energy and awareness back to the moment, to your body. And with each breath, just begin moving your body gently, however you'd like to move it this day. And stretch it out a little bit more. When you're ready for your final yoga hug of appreciation, just press your back down, draw your knees in, wrap your arms around, and give yourself a good hug, letting your body know you appreciate its yoga work and the work your body does for you every day. And when you've had a good hug and enough appreciation, just release your feet down, roll to the side, and sit back.
Thanks for joining me.